you look at success in KBF, you constantly see the same names always up the top. Jay Wallen, Jody Queen, Eric Siddiqui, Cody. Just those common names are always up there. And, you know, they share one thing in common in terms of being successful, and one thing that helps them be successful, and that's time on the water. There's no substitute for that. You can read every map out there on a lake. You can read every fishing report ever written about the lake. But when it comes down to tournament day, really what you did pre-fishing and actually being out on the water and seeing if fish were in the area, if they were biting, you know, that's the main thing to make you successful. There's no substitute for that. More time you spend in your kayak, the better, you know, adjusted you get to being in that environment. You know where your pliers are going to be. You know where your camera is. You know where your battery is. You know, you keep it all within reach. You know where it's going to be. You get used to being in that environment. And when you're like that, you know, you hook a fish, you get into a rhythm. You hook a fish, you fight it. You know your net's going to be right back here. You don't even have to look to grab it. You just know it's there. You net that fish. He's on it. Camera's under your seat. You grab it. Grab your board. Just reach back, not even looking. And everything's just a smooth motion. When you spend time on the water, little things like that just become second nature. When I catch a fish, I can do the CPR within 1 minute of landing that fish. And things like that are critical when you're on a good bite. Catching a lot of fish, you need to coil up fish, get a good photo, get that fish back in the water, and get your line back in the water. In a tournament, you have 8 hours, and within that 8 hours, you want to be as efficient as possible. Every little thing you do, whether it's CPR of the fish, changing the line, moving to a different area, whether it's in the kayak or jumping back into the truck and driving, you know, 10 miles down to another ramp. You have to be smart. You have to know your conditions. You have to get a feeling of what's going on. Sometimes you may be in an area where the day before they were biting almost every cast, but you may get out there the next day, throw 100 times and nothing's biting, and you have to make that decision. Is it time to leave or time to stay? And being on the water more, you know, you get a better gut feeling of what to do in situations like that. So when I was a kid, you know, I did what every little kid does that loves the outdoors. I watched Bill Dance, Roland Martin, Hank Parker, Jimmy Houston, all those guys. I watched Kevin Van Dam, Timmy Horton, Mike Iaconelli on Bassmaster. And I looked up at those guys, learned a lot from their shows, what they did on the water. But the past couple of years, watching guys like Siddiqui, Cody, Jody Queen, Jay Wallen, you know, dominate out there in the water. You know, I got a lot of respect for what they do, and the love they have for this sport.
All right, guys, hope you enjoy these types of videos. Please leave me a comment in the description box below. Smash that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you've been here a while and you're not getting your notifications, make sure you smash that little bell up at the top of the screen so you know each and every time we release a new video.
So kayak fishing, you know, speed and efficiency is key, especially when launching. So when I do it, I like to bring a little shake, and then you bake. Let's go, Ricky. You're my best friend.
Let's
see if I'm
crying. Oh, I've got glasses on, I can't tell.